Welcome to Lifestyle Medicine Center's Thursday Facebook series. My name is Lisa Benson. I'm a health coach here at our Lifestyle Medicine office in Midland, Texas. And today's topic is going to be condiment confusion. So here's the scenario. We're trying to make healthy choices. We're exercising. We're trying to eat right. More fruits and vegetables and lean proteins. And some things, well, we don't really probably take too much of a thought as to whether it's good or bad, but I want to eliminate some of the confusion that is out there as to how to use these condiments. Are they good for us? Could they be the limiting factor in your progress? So we're going to dive into some very popular condiments, as well as we're going to walk away with a little bit more education on how to make one of the most popular condiments out there. But let's start with just a test of your knowledge. What is the #1 condiment in the US? Your choices are ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, or ranch. Think about it. All right, let's see if you know. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. So much so that it accounts for $2 billion in annual revenue. Shocking. Well, the reality of it is that we don't just use mayonnaise as a condiment. I can remember countless recipes that called for mayonnaise in the recipe. So we're not just using it on our sandwiches and in our salads. We're using it elsewhere. So we want to be mindful of what we can do about that choice. But I think education is the first step. So what exactly is so bad about mayonnaise? Well, first off, the first ingredient is oil. Oftentimes soybean oil, whole eggs, egg yolks. What are we talking about? Basically a spread that's 100% fat. And that is just too much of an expense to add to our challenge when we're trying to eat right and be healthy. Not only that, but also salt, sugar, none of which we need to add more in our diet. So here's the opportunity. Consider some alternatives. We've got yogurt and hummus. Let's look at yogurt first. First, plain yogurt has 149 calories, about a cup serving. It's got protein, 8.5 grams, 11.4 carbs, 8 grams of fat. That's nowhere near 100% fat, right? And you're not going to use that much in your sandwiches or in your recipes when you alternate and replace mayonnaise with yogurt. Certainly season it up any way you like. I love a multi-purpose seasoning. Maybe add some fresh dill in there or herbs. And any way you like it, that is already going to be a winner over mayonnaise any day of the week. Now let's look at hummus. Hummus is made of chickpeas, brown chickpeas. And the benefit here is that it adds a little bit of fiber. Right? This is for a tablespoon. So tablespoon of hummus is going to give you 0.6 fiber. That's going to increase a little satiety. And in that choice, in that recipe that you use it in or your sandwich, it's got a little bit of carbs. That's going to give us some energy. It's got a little protein. It's low in fat. And it only has 27 calories. So if you're going to use a tablespoon of that on each side of your sandwich, you've made a much healthier choice than mayonnaise could ever. Now let's look at ketchup. Very popular condiment. I think some people use it so much that it's almost the star of the show. But the ketchup issue is that its second ingredient is sugar. So there's 1 teaspoon of sugar per tablespoon of ketchup. That's going to add up. That's going to add up quick. And the most common source of sweetener in your ketchup is called high fructose corn syrup. And it's a chemically converted sugar. And the problem is, well, that chemical conversion actually makes it even more sweeter to us. So what do we tend to do? Eat more because it's so sweet, right? And so what we're being careful about is that the high consumption of this type of sweetener may contribute to insulin resistance. So if you're out there being mindful of diabetes or prediabetes, or you have that in your family household, in your family history, that's another way to sort of be mindful and reduce your exposure to sugar. Watch out for that high fructose corn syrup. Some alternatives. Well, ketchup is what we want, but how do we choose a better choice? Certainly look at the low sugar options. They're out there. Just means that you take a minute to read those labels turn that product around. Watch out for those that have high fructose corn syrup. So if there's no high fructose corn syrup, that's going to be a much better choice. But at all costs, look for those that are literally listed low sugar. Read that label. Be an educated consumer. Now, not only is it high in sugar, but we want to be mindful of salt. A typical serving of ketchup has about 190 milligrams per tablespoon, right? What on average we're using at least 2. That is a lot of sodium, which is about 16% of our daily recommended amount. Now, if we look at what our Americans consume, about 3,400 milligrams per day, which equals about 1.5 teaspoons. Daily need, we only need about 500 to 2,300 milligrams. And the concern here is that consuming a lot of sodium in our diet does increase our risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, bone loss, and even stroke. Ranch dressing. I was amazed when I did research on this. It is the great American condiment. And I think you probably already knew that. You can already think of ways that you add ranch to your food choices, right? It has 320 milligrams of sodium in 2 tablespoons, right? American Heart Association says we should limit saturated fats, right, to about 6% of our daily calories. Ranch dressing contains about 20% of our recommended intake, our daily. 20% in a condiment, in something that you dip your baby carrots in, or you place on that super healthy salad that you made that was full of carrots and celeries and tomatoes and fresh vegetables, right? And here we go, ranch dressing just obliterates it. Now, I'm not going to take ranch dressing from you because I don't want it to go either. So this is what I'm going to make as an offer. Let's think of an alternative. Simple little recipe. Many of the ingredients you might have in your home, some you might not. So let's go through this list. Raw cashews. You want to soak those raw cashews in hot water for about 30 minutes, or you can leave it overnight in cool water. Now you can get the raw cashews at your local grocer or your local health food store. If you have trouble, just ask. Unsweetened almond milk, lemon juice. Bet you have some of that at home. Garlic. Now, if you don't have fresh, you can use some dried. You want sea salt. Himalayan sea salt is a really great option too because it's got some great minerals in it. You've got black pepper and onion powder. You got some apple cider vinegar on hand. A little maple syrup. Now, don't get carried away. It's just about 1/2 to 1 teaspoon. Add to that some fresh herbs. We're looking at dill and parsley and chives, and I can't imagine a ranch dressing without those ingredients. Now, let's take a second. We're going to watch a video on how we put all those ingredients together, and this is going to be super easy. Check it out. Simple to put together. You're adding just one ingredient after the other. Blender, or if you have one of those bullets, you can use that as well. Together it goes. Blend away, and then add in your herbs. Easy peasy, super yummy, and much healthier. Super healthy. I mean, let's look at this. First of all, it's going to keep in your refrigerator for about a week, but I bet that's going to be hard because you'll probably go through it. It's that delicious. And there's such little guilt in using it. So for 2 tablespoons, you only have 69 calories. That is a far cry from what ranch would have delivered. And now let's look at this. It has carbs, it's low in carbs. It's got some protein, so low in fat, only 5.3 grams. And as far as our fats are concerned, our saturated and polyunsaturated and mono, they're all in line. And there's no trans fat and there's no cholesterol. So right there, that's a winner for anybody looking to eat healthier and be a more educated consumer. So, take a stab at these choices. Make it easy for yourself by just following the label. Be an educated consumer. And of course, Lifestyle Medicine Center is here for so many options that we have as far as diabetes reversal, cardiac care, And we have so many great programs. So we do wish that you call us if you have any questions or concerns or interests. We're happy to help you. My name is Lisa Benson. Again, I'm with the Lifestyle Medicine Center. It has been a pleasure sharing this and clearing this condiment confusion. Have a great day. Bye-bye.